Good morning. This quiet international break. Let's have a look at the first lot of matches for the under-21s if you played yesterday. A few shock results. This one, Germany under-21s. I think if you stuck to your guns, that equals 5+ goals. Well, only 2 goals for the shorties there. 2 goals for the shorties there, but normally we'd expect this kind of thing from the Germany under-21 side. So that would be huge shock, probable loss if you went 3-0, 3-1, any other home score in the second half. You would have fallen foul of that. Belarus, depending on the timing of the goal and it being a penalty, I think that would have been a possible insurance play there. As long as they didn't concede that second goal, you'd have got out of there with a break even. Looking at these shorties, well, 20-minute rule would have paid off here for a 1.08 shot. 0-1, 0-2, any unquoted in the half-time score market if it's 0-0 after 20 minutes. So you'd have got enough of a reward there to have covered the loss in the Germany match, I think. Montenegro, Armenia again, all down to the in-play stats, how you played that. San Marino and Ireland, exactly what you expect. And if you did 0-1, 0-2, any unquoted in the half-time score market, you'd have got at least the 0-1 from the Irish. As the dogs start howling. Irish First Division yesterday, it's not ideal trying to work off 4 or 5 matches. Let's see how we'd have got along here. Well, 2.29 a favourite, already suggesting it's a tough old match to call. But, like Kilmarnock, would you have taken on that 0-3 lead for Longford at half-time? I know in hindsight, it would be a wonderful result, wouldn't it? But would you have taken that 0-3 lead on at half-time? If you did, well done. Bray and Wexford, again a huge goal fest here. No strong opinions, so I'm not sure there would have been any trading angles there for me. Disappointing result for Finn Harps. Kerry are a side you should be getting 3 points against. Cork City couldn't take advantage of the treaty red, depending on the timing of that, 94th minute. So nothing doing there. Would we be taking these 0-0s on with only 3 or 4 matches played this season? I don't think so. We don't have that backbone of form to work off, do we? On to today, and there's a fair enough group of matches in English League One and English League Two for me to get involved in. I'll be with you at 3 o'clock for these. Slim pickings, but English League One, English League Two have been pretty good for us over the months. Burton and Port Vale, 2.25 the favourite. The important thing is to look at the league position to start with. 19th against 23rd, so we've got relegation 6-pointer-ish about it. Nasty 2024 for Port Vale, who are yet to win, failing to score in 5 of the last 7 matches, but 6 out of 8 losses at home for Burton saw them fail to score as well. If Burton can score, then they should be favoured today. Port Vale woes continue, even against 17th and lower. They're playing 19th today. Burton are on a run of 4 consecutive home defeats, 5 losses in 6. Oh, dear me. Relegation 6-pointers, so lay that late draw. 23 out of 33 goals conceded away by, I think it's Port Vale, came second half. So they might hold out until half-time. 24th against 8th. Carlisle, desperate need for points. They look doomed, though, don't they? 10 points shy of second bottom, so they still, if they're accumulating points, they still can't budge out of the relegation zone for quite some time. They need 16 points just to equal 5th bottom. Oh, it's looking doomed for Carlisle. Stevenage need points for a different reason. They're banging contention for that promotion playoff places, only 2 points shy. So an important match for both teams. but 12 losses and a win recently for Carlisle. Stevenage have only one defeat away against 10th and lower. So we'd be expecting the away side, even logically, to do something. But at this stage of the season, logic is thrown out the window as some of these sides, desperate need for points, actually do pick them up in the most unlikely places. Northampton against Derby, 14th against 2nd. Northampton have an air of comfort about them. Mid-table mediocrity, not troubled by relegation, 13 points shy of the playoffs. Derby, though, sniffing automatic promotion. Only a 4-point gap to third place Bolton. That'll keep Derby honest. And a win will break them into the important, psychologically at least, 80-plus point mark for Derby today. No win in 5 for Northampton. Derby recently have tended to do their best work second half. 17 out of 25 goals scored have come second half. A couple of 0-0s recently at half-time have seen them get that all-important goal second half. Mansfield against Colchester. No draw in 11 for Mansfield. First against 22nd. Yet another match with points required for different reasons in English League 2. Mansfield are unbeaten at home against 6th and lower. 7 Colchester draws in their last 10 is telling you they're battling, really battling, but not getting the reward for not losing. So we might see a stubborn Colchester today against Mansfield, who have had 4 0-0s at half-time at home, 3 of them at full-time. So they might not convert a 0-0 at half-time to second half. Do keep an eye on the in-play stats here. Natural inclination is towards Old Jane, but Colchester, with those 7 draws in 10, are showing you they have that fighting spirit in them. Barrow against Newport, 6th against 11th. 3 consecutive home clean sheets for Barrow. 7 0-0s at half-time at home, only 3 at full-time. Only 1 draw in 2024 for Newport. So they're all in, either win or lose. 7 goals in total. 2 consecutive wins, scoring 7 goals in total is pretty good. No draw in 12 and in 6 away for Newport. All defeats for Newport away against the top 5. They're playing 6th today, but they did beat 7th, 8th, 10th and 12th and 13th. So an intriguing encounter where you can't necessarily discount Newport and that winning run against 7th to 13th, given the fact they're playing 6th today. Crewe and AFC Wimbledon, 2.45 the favourite. So all I've done really is just take some of the key stats out of uk.soccerway.com. Let's not dwell on this for too much. 2.45 the favourite, such a poor league. Well, a lowly league, shall we say, rather than a poor league. Doncaster against Forest Green. Sporadic wins away for Forest Green against 6th, 13th, 15th and 24th. So they might have some bite in them today. Only 1 loss in 8 though for Doncaster. No draw in 14 at home for Donny, so you might want to lay any late draw. They have scored in their last 10 matches. Forest Green, a touch unreliable. They have been picking up the odd win here and there. New manager since Duncan Disorderly's left as well. So do keep an eye out. Normally, Forest Green are layable if leading. Grimsby against Wrexham. 21st against 3rd. Both teams need points for different reasons. Wrexham break into that psychologically important 70-point barrier. Grimsby 6 points above the relegation zone. So a break into the 40-plus point barrier there will be hugely impactful. So do lay any late draw. Grimsby are unbeaten since the 24th of February, but they have had 4 draws and 2 1-0 wins, so they're just crossing the line. Over-reliance on defensive work for 21st in the league, Grimsby might be caught short if they concede 2 goals today. Despite not beating the top 3 yet, they did beat 4th in the league 1-0 at home, Grimsby. And note they're playing 3rd today. 2-1 against 5th and 2-1 against 6th. So they might have some battle in them against 3rd place Wrexham. Only 2 losses for Wrexham since the 13th of February were 1-0 defeats. They've conceded in the last 8 away matches as well. 6 0-0s at half-time away, only 1 at full-time. Sutton against Accrington, 24th against 16th. Must win for Sutton to take them to 33 points, which 22nd and 23rd have. So they must bring 22nd and 23rd into that relegation argument. Accrington is safe, you'd think, with 17 points between them and the relegation zone. So their season is pretty much whittling down. 12 out of 13 recent matches saw Sutton fail to score that second goal. They might be vulnerable on that account today. If they score first, will they conjure up that second goal? No win in 10 at home. Both teams have scored in the last 7 at home. Sutton have conceded in the last 12 matches at home as well. Only 2 wins in 10 for Accrington, no. 7-0 nils at half-time away, none at full-time. Take on that second half, 0-0. International friendlies, all I've done really is given you the spiel from uk.soccerway.com or soccer24.com. These are international friendlies. You might gain something out of the key stats. Similar story, Danes and the Swiss. Rasmus Højlund might get him on the score sheet if he's playing. Denmark's strong home record, recent dominance over the Swiss. They're likely to emerge victorious, so says ChatGPT. Switzerland have failed to win any of the last 4 matches in the Euro 2024 qualifying, but this is a friendly, don't forget. England against Brazil, this is a marquee friendly. It's just a nice money grab for the England FA. It's going to see some interesting debutants. There we go. So this is what I'm talking about. If you're going to play friendlies, this may not be the first 11 for England. Brazil missing Neymar, Casemiro. So all sorts could go wrong today. It's going to be a fascinating match to watch, of course. But both teams to score, so says AI, is the potential angle there. France against Germany. Don't mention the war. I mentioned it once, but I think I got away with it okay. Players to watch, Kylian Mbappe, of course. Kai Havertz for Germany. Key stats, France has lost just once since the 2022 World Cup. Germany has won just 3 of the last 11. I think Germany are on a rebuild, aren't they? So they're going to be vulnerable. They've kept only 1 clean sheet in the last 14. Does that convert to friendly matches? Can you rely upon friendly matches? So I'll see you at 3 p.m. footballtradingprofits.com members on Telegram only today. There won't be a live stream. I don't think it's there's enough volume of matches to warrant a live stream, but it could be an interesting afternoon if some of these angles can work out in what is a tough English League One, English League Two campaign. And friendlies, of course, you've got to treat them with kid gloves or not play at all. I'll see you at 3 p.m.